everyone. So today my topic is all about pro-Filipino society, Masonry in its role, and why the reform movement failed. Let's go. The pro-Filipino society. Katong mga Filipinos nga niadto Spain, nagtuo sila kanang it was wise daw sila nga makipag-amigo sa mga Spaniards. Dayon, nag-organize sila og societies composed of in favor of introducing reforms in the Philippines, whether they were Spaniards or Filipino. Atong 1882, nag-organize sila og kanang Circulo Hispano-Filipino or the Spanish-Filipino Circle in order to propagate their views. The society published the newspaper Revista del Circulo Hispano-Filipino or the Journal of the Spanish-Filipino Circle. Ang purpose aning newspaper kay maghatag og atensyon sa mga Spanish authorities sa Spain, the conditions in the Philippines, and to work for the introduction of reforms which will benefit the Filipinos. Pero ang newspaper ug ang society kay wala siya naglast long. It died a natural death because of lack of financial support. So kulang siya og kanang financial support, and most of all, lack of leadership. Wa siya tarong nga kanang kuan kanang sanay basta leadership. Another society founded with patriotic aims was the money bago nga society nga nakitaan, Association Hispano-Filipina, nga na inaugurated in 1889. It was composed like the Circle of Filipinos and Spaniards who sympathized with the Filipino cause. The association aspiration was to work for the material and moral improvement of the Philippines, and money lang aims. Number 1, the abolition of diezmos, predials, and the sanctorum. I-abolish nila ang diezmos, predials, and the sanctorum. Dayon, number 2, the compulsory teaching of Spanish in all schools in the Philippines. Kuha ka nang mag-compulsory sila o ka nang tudlo bitog Spanish sa Pilipinas. Number 3, radical reforms in the University of Santo Tomas. Number 4, abolition of flogging as a form of punishment. Number 5, establishment of agricultural banks. Number 6, tax and reforms and others. Kani tanan kay benefit the Filipinos. And these societies live longer than the Circulo, but never realized its aims because the Spanish high officials in Spain were too busy with the state problem to solve the Philippine problem. Masonry in its role. During atong last 2 decades for the 19th century, ang Masonry kay popular siya sa Europe, even sa Spain. Many Spaniards with liberal ideas were Masons. The Filipino reformists, muna sila including Rizal, Lopez Haina, Del Pilar, Antonio Luna, and others. Nag-decide sila nga mo-join sa Masonry. Not only because they wanted to win friends among the Spanish Masons, but also because they hated the friars in the Philippines. So naglagot sila sa mga friars sa Philippines. Ang mga friars pag naglagot sila sa Masonry as they the Filipinos who were questioning the right remain in the Philippines. Si Lopez Haina kay very active siya sa Masonry. He thought of bringing all Filipino Masons together, and he founded the lodge Revolution in Barcelona in 1889. So kuan siya siya nakakita sa Lodge Revolution in Barcelona in 1889. This lodge was exclusively for Filipinos. Then the following year, another lodge was found, La Solidaridad, not to be focused with the newspaper. Was kaning La Solidaridad kay na founded ni siya in Madrid when Lodge Revolution was dissolved. Mo pagkakita sa La Solidaridad. All its members were taken in as members of Lodge La Solidaridad. Unity among Filipinos and Spain was maintained by this Masonic lodge. In time, it was thought to be established Masonic lodges in the Philippines. Atong 1891, some Filipinos who had been to Spain met and decided to establish the Masonic Lodge NILAD in Manila. The Masons in the Philippines, mostly coming from Manila and surrounding areas, expressed their arms as follows. Number 1, to work for freedom and prosperity. Kanang magtrabaho sila nga kanang free bitaw sila sa Pilipinas. Number 2, to work for government. Magtrabaho sila para sa gobyerno. Number 3, to ask for representation to the Spanish Cortes. Number 5, to make the Philippines a province of Spain. Himo nila ang Pilipinas nga province sa Spain. All these were the aims of the Filipino reformists in Spain. The Filipino Masons therefore merely expressed their program in the Philippines in accordance with the official stand of the reformists in Spain. Ang Masonry became popular in the Philippines, and atong May 1893, naay 35 Masonic lodges in the country, which 9 were in the Manila. The popularity that Masonry enjoyed in the Philippines is shown in the fact that maskin daw mga babae kay nakakita sila, they founded their Masonic lodge, wala na. Dayon ang mga kwan ani kanang sige to gani mga member ani kay kwan kanang permanent women Masons included Rizal's sisters Josefa and Trinidad, Rosario Villaruel, Marina Dizon, Valeriana Legaspi, Romualda Lanusa, Sixta Pardo, and Purification Leyva. Mo ni mga member sa kwan kanang wala na. The Masons were anti-friar and wanted the friars to be shipped back to Spain. Gusto nila nga kanang ibalik ang mga friars dito sa Spain. It can be said that practically all the members of the Reform movement were Masons. Why the Reform movement failed? The Reform movement failed in the Spain and in the Philippines because of the first, the Spanish high officials in Spain were too busy with their own problems to listen to the collective voice of the reformists. So nabisi ang mga Spanish high officials sa ilang problema. Nabisi sila, hindi na sila maminaw bitaw sa mga reformists. Second, the reformists in Spain and in the Philippines did not have the necessary financial means. So ang mga mga Philippines o ang mga Pilipino o mga Spanish kay kanang kulang sila financial para ma-epekta bitaw ilang campaign. And also funds were difficult to get, particularly because most of the patriotic Filipinos had no money. So kanang ilang funds kay kanang lisod kayo makuha kay ang mga patriotic Filipino kay wala pa yung mga kwarta para sa ilahang to finance their big project. Third, the reformists themselves were not united. So wala po dahil nag-unite ang mga reformists. There were jealousies among them na muna kanang na mga sila sa ilaha. The unity of the Filipinos in Spain was once endangered by the rivalry for the leadership between Rizal and Del Pilar. There were other quarrels which were not good for the cause of the Filipinos. And lastly, the friars in the Philippines had influential friends and supporters in Spain. Ang mga friars po sa Pilipinas kay napunta sila yung mga amiga sa and supporters sa Spain. And these supporters opposed the introduction of reforms in the Philippines. Against the rich and powerful friars, the poor Filipino reformists could not do much to benefit the country. So kanang namay mga amiga to mga friars sa Spain, dinluoy kay sila dayon ang mga pobre nga Pilipino nga reformists kay wa sila mahimo para silang country tungod silang kapobre. And that's all. Thank you.